Well, hello everybody. I hope you all are doing well today. My name is Chris Spivey, and I am the author of the devotional entitled Think Right, Live Right. And I'm wanting to do a video to reach out to all of the people out there who have a stuttering disorder. You know, stuttering is something that I've had for many, many years. Thankfully, I don't stutter near as much as I used to. And it was put on my heart to really reach out to any of you who do suffer. Either it could be from a mild stuttering disorder to a very, very severe. I never had a very severe case of stuttering. I would have, of course, there were different letters that I had trouble speaking. Thankfully, my face-to-face talking with people is a lot better than what it used to be, because I used to have a very big fear of going up to people and asking people questions. And still to this day, I still have it. But my worst problem now is when I talk on the phone. For some reason, I've yet to figure out why I still have a disorder, like why I stutter whenever I'm on the phone. But I just wanted to give you some encouragement, and I actually put this in my introduction of my book, because I wanted people to understand that whenever we have something going on in our life, like any kind of sickness, or, for instance, like with a stutterer, it's easy for our self-image to just go down the drain. And the world does not help it, because the world is very mean and cruel, and all they want to do is pick out what's wrong with you. But I want you to understand this. Even if you did not stutter at all, the world would find something else to pick at you about. If you are overweight, you get laughed at. People get made fun of by the way they dress. People get made fun of by the car they drive. People get made fun of by where they work. People get made fun of by the color of their hair. People get made fun of by the music they listen to. People get made fun of, it could just be, it's anything. So I want you to realize this, that one, don't believe that you're the only one that goes through this, and you're the only one that has it. You have the worst case of it. I can guarantee you, and I've seen it myself, there is somebody out there that has it worse than you do. And I actually have a customer who comes into our store every so often, and he is really, really bad. And and I remember the first time I ever met him, I waited on him, and he would get stuck on a word, and it would be like, and he could not get his word out. I felt so bad for him, because I could relate to how he felt, because whenever I would stutter, I just knew that people were just passing judgment, and and that fear only makes things worse. In my devotional, I talk about God a lot, and I don't know if you believe in God, that's totally up to you, but I will tell you that that's what the devotional is related to. And there were some scriptures that I put in my introduction. One of my favorite ones is from 1 Corinthians 1, verses 27 through 28. And I put a lot of different versions of the Bible in here. So this one's from the Good News Bible. And it says, God purposely chose what the world considers nonsense in order to shame the wise. And he chose what the world considers weak in order to shame the powerful. He chose what the world looks down on and despises and thinks is nothing, in order to destroy what the world thinks is important. And there's another one. It's from Psalm 139, verses 13 through 18. This is from the New International Version, and I want you to listen to this. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because, and I want you to say this part out loud and mean it, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Those are some really, really good scriptures. I'm going to tell you something. God loves you. And it doesn't matter what the world thinks. Like I said before, even if you didn't stutter, the world would find something else wrong with you to pick about. So I want you to hold your head high. I don't want you to focus on, I'm just a stutterer. All I do is stutter. You could have something else wrong with you, something that's more life-threatening. And I want you to be proud of who you are. I don't want you to hold your head down. I don't want you to think that you are any less valuable than anybody else, because we all have problems. We all have problems. And so if all you do is focus on your problem all the time, you are going to be a prisoner of self-pity, and you are going to be depressed, and you will never try to move forward with anything in your life. And I want to encourage you today, stop focusing on what other people have to say about you. I want you to focus on what God says about you, because in the end, God gets the last say so anyway. Other people are not going to be the determining factor of whether I get into heaven or not. So I don't need to be worrying about what they have to say, because I guarantee you the people that have the most to say pretty much have the most problems. And people who are always just out to point out everybody else's faults and all of that stuff, they got a lot of stuff hidden on the inside of them. You know, I mean, there's people who are just want to be mean and just want to just, leave all these nasty comments. And it's amazing how some people like to be so brave behind a computer screen or even behind a phone or whatever. It's like some people just don't have nothing good to say. And you know what? You just have to just not worry about that, because God will take care of people like that. It says so in the Bible. God will take care of your enemies. People cannot do evil and get away with it. I know it seems that way in the world, but you got to realize a lot of the world just wants to focus on the bad and not focus on the good. And what I want you to do is I want you to reach out to other people who are going through the same thing that we've been through. That's the way you bring people together, to reach out and be like, you know what, I understand what you're going through. You can reach out to other people who are living in fear. And it may not have to be because they stutter, but just fear altogether. Reach out and just always remember, you are a very, very valuable person. Just because you stutter does not mean something is wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're cursed and just, well, I must have done something wrong. Just get out of that mindset. I'm going to tell you something. A negative mind does not produce a positive life. And I talk about that in my book. And if you don't have a good self-image about yourself, you're not going to prosper in anything in your life. And that's why I wrote this book, because a lot of what I went through being picked on and stuff, it developed a very negative personality in me. I was very pessimistic, negative, just lashing out at people. I didn't give my problems to God, which is what I should have done to begin with. And I want you to really be proud of who you are, because I'm going to tell you something. God's not going to give us anybody else's life. We're here for a reason. You're not here to just feel sorry for yourself because of what you're going through. Because I can tell you something. Have confidence in yourself. And I believe with all my heart, a lot of prayer and a lot of confidence in myself and faith in God has helped me overcome a lot of my stuttering disorder. Do I still do it? Of course. There are people who don't really stutter, but sometimes they trip up on their words. Me, I have a tendency to talk really, really, really fast, so therefore I kind of stumble over my words. If I get really super excited about something, like whenever my book come out, I got really excited and I couldn't really, there was just so much emotion going on. I was like, I just couldn't really get my words out. So I really pray a lot of people view this video and they really just see themselves as a person who can make a difference in the world. Because you can take your pain and use it for somebody else's gain. I really hope you will get this book. It's 100 devotions to help you think more godly and less worldly. And I just want you to remember, don't worry about what the world has to say. It's not what they have to say is not important. And focus on what God says about you. God believes in you. I believe in you. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Don't settle for, well, I guess I'll just be this way for the rest of my life. No. We're not going to think that way, because that gets you absolutely nowhere. So I hope you all have a great day, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be great. I hope this encourages many of you. If you'd like to share this, please do. I just want to get the word out, because I know there are a lot of people that are suffering from stuttering disorder, and I just want to give any kind of hope, as much hope as I can. So God bless all of y'all. You have a good day.